Yeah, let's get into this Caitlyn Jenner story because this is a messy one. So Charlamagne the God was over on the Breakfast Club, and he gave Caitlyn the donkey of the day. And he basically said, I'm going to call her Bruce. That I'm calling her by her male pronouns because, and here's the thing. This is why I say, like, you know what? I'm in no way tired about this situation because I pretty much said the same thing that Charlamagne said in his donkey of the day a couple of episodes ago when I was talking about this heifer, but she told me that she's not a trans ally. I specifically said the way she moves, yeah, you may identify as trans and you may have changed your whole gender after you after you murdered allegedly someone with that car. So you may give trans woman teas, but you move like a white man. A lot of the stuff that she does is like a white male. The white male privilege is showing through your transness. And I don't think it's wrong to say that. The way she moves is still, while you on the exterior is giving woman, in the words of Al You Doing Reynolds, but you move like a white man still. And I stand on that. So people feel it's transgender, go argue with your mammy. So according to the Daily Beast, they said that Jenner publicly, as we know, she came out as trans in 2015, Chair. And despite Trump's consistent threats against trans rights, he's been one of the former president's most vocal supporters. That, Charlamagne said Monday, has earned her the target of his weekly roasting segment, which I said was he gave her donkey of the day. He said, it is one thing this election taught me. If it's one thing, because that F looked like a T. Maybe my eyes is all messed up. But anyway, he said, if it's one thing this election taught me is people really do vote their interest. And their interest is not attached to their identity. And I must say, it is fascinating to me. And this is what he said, pointing not only to Jenner's support of Trump, but also the large swath of Latino voters he won over despite promising mass deportations, which he said he's going to do on day one. He got a lot to do on his first day, apparently. I just find it fascinating, he continued, and that is also how I feel about Caitlyn, because Caitlyn is trans, but she is a huge Donald Trump supporter. This past week, Jenner posted a video of herself on Twitter with Trump and Elon Musk and wrote that they single-handedly saved Western civilization and that she is here at their service, grifting for a damn job. That's what she's doing. Saying, hope is back in America. These two men will single-handedly save Western civilization, and that starts with a strong United States of America. I'm here at your service and forever indebted to your sacrifice for this country. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Sacrifice? You talking about Mr. Bone Spurs? Who is a draft dodger, sacrificing for the country? You people are crazy. Talking about let's make America great again. And this is what this bitch wrote back on November 6th. Now, some publications interpreted the statement as an offer to serve in Trump's administration. Didn't I just say he was grifted for a damn job? But Jenner clarified on Twitter that the take was misleading, and my stance remains unchanged as entirely supportive of the president since 2015, emphasizing a commitment to serve if called upon. Well, he not calling you, just like he ain't calling Nikki Haley. That heifer was out here backpedaling, pussy popping for that fool, and he basically told her he ain't giving her ass a job. But apparently he's about to make Marco Rubio the Secretary of State. Where they do that at? Now, Charlamagne basically wasn't buying it. He said, sounds to me like Caitlyn wants his next gender reassignment surgery sponsored by SpaceX. This is what he said, using male pronouns for Jenner. He wants his testicles replaced for Teslas. He wants to have the Tesla of vaginas, just put it on autopilot and it plays with itself. Charlamagne also took issue with another one of Jenner's posts from the weekend where she said she can no longer in good faith hold on to her Glamour Magazine Woman of the Year award since it has become clear in speaking with many families, men and women, the distraught nature of acceptance of the award still brings them today. Well, here's the thing. First of all, nobody asked Glamour Magazine to get that bitch anything, let alone she wasn't even a full woman for 24 damn hours, and they was running around just giving any old cracker the damn prestigious award. Talking about Woman of the Year. The bitch she ain't even take enough hormones and get shot in her ass to get rid of that 5 o'clock shadow for her to even be considered a woman. But here y'all go giving out, Woman of the Year titles like Oprah giving away motherfucking cars on her show. Like, get the hell out of here with that. I'll even side-eye that shit. And you know, I live with the trans community, but when y'all did that to her, I'm like, for why? What the hell this bitch do to acquire anything notable, let alone a Woman of the Year award? And sit there and talk about that, oh, people were distraught by it or disgusted. To me, you give me sad, self-hating, pick-me tease. There's still a shame behind the fact that you can't be your true, authentic self in this world. But of course, you coming from privilege and you being, you know, having your money, I feel like you still haven't healed from a lot of the traumas that you had to deal with growing up. You had the money and the access to go and transition to look like a poor man's Jessica Lange. A Dollar Tree Jessica Lange, I should probably say. Since Dollar Tree out here supporting Trump too. So when you going over here doing that, what do we expect? And first of all, I never looked at that bitch as an ally. I look at you like an ally, like I look at Candace Owens being an ally for the Black community. You are basically a trans version of a coon. That's what you are. We don't know. All skin folk ain't kin folk. And so when Charlamagne out here saying I'm a misgender bitch, I feel the same goddamn way. All skin folk ain't kin folk. So no, we're not being treated equally. When you step out of line and you try to come and create a situation where it's going to be harm and detrimental to the community, then bitch, you are your former gender. Fuck all that. Like I told y'all before, when they go low, I go to the Earth's crust. I'm going to the outskirts of hell. I don't do that when they go low, we go high shit. Say that for Michelle Obama and them arms. I'm not doing that. Not over here. Everybody don't get the equal treatment. So when you come out your face, I'm going to look at you and I'm going to read you down to the ground until you run away in tears. You're not getting the grace and all that. When you can't have the right to misgender, fuck out of here. Go suck the shit out my ass with a straw. That's what y'all could do. Let me sip my water. Because this bitch pisses me off. And the fact that she came out here and told me she ain't an ally and all this other mess. But y'all still will windmill for, oh, well, we have to be accepting of all. Well, the bitch don't accept y'all. And she trans. So at what point y'all gonna wake up and stop playing these little kids' table games and get down in the mud with these people? Because I scrap. I'm not like these other people where it's just like, oh well, I'm just gonna we have to take the higher road, and it's like fuck out of here with all that. That's how I feel. And she still look like a fucking man in a dress. And I said what the fuck I said. But here's the thing. What I laughed, I mean, I side-eyed this because apparently Jess Hilarious man-looking ass is back on the show. So this bitch had the nerve to sit up here and say, oh, well, it's okay for you to say it. Because you know her deep-ass voice. Oh, it's okay for you to sit up here and say it. But I say something about the trans, because we know what your intent is behind when you speak on trans issues. We saw that whole video that you did on TikTok when there was that opportunistic they, them, whatever the hell that fool was. Because look, not everybody has the best interest when it comes to situations of talking about the LGBTQIA plus community. There's grifters on all sides. And this they, them bitch got up on social media and started yapping about some mess regarding women, I mean, trans and periods and don't have authority over this, that, and the other. I'm like, first of all, last time I checked, the only ones that was menstruating and can have children are gender, women who are assigned female at birth. So the whole gatekeeping and all the mess, and when she started talking about that, a lot of that was rooted in a lot of transphobic narrative. That's why people was dragging your man looking ass on social media. And the fact of the matter, and why T.S. Madison went in and dragged you down to the floor with reading your unfunny ass, because of the stuff that you was rooting your commentary in. It was rooted in transphobic rhetoric. The difference between that and what Charlamagne is saying, he's calling her out on her hypocrisy. Almost stuttered on the damn word. He's calling her out on her hypocrisy. It's the fact that you identify as a trans woman, but you sit out here backpedaling, trying to lick the crack of Trump's wide stink ass, because allegedly he wear Pampers, and trying to kiss these people behind over there on the Republican Party because you're trying to grift for a damn job, and you're willing to throw your own people under the bus in order to incorporate that. Because remember, you was all for the trans when you had that tight-ass reality show nobody was watching. And now the reality show ain't around no more. Now you want to all of a sudden be the Candace Owens of the trans community. So fuck her, or fuck him, as I said before. Because basically, Caitlyn, you ain't nothing. Sorry, Lady Bruce, You ain't nothing but a man in a fucking dress. And I'll be forever until you straighten up and fly right, referring to you as your male pronouns. And if people got a problem with it, you can unfollow me and you can go somewhere else and kiss my ass. So I say all this to say, what do y'all think of this story? Do you feel that Charlamagne is justified in saying what he said in regards of Caitlyn and referring to her with her male pronouns? Because she's out here grifting for the very people that want to do harm to the trans community that she's supposed to be, or they, them, him, whatever, is supposed to be the fuck a part of. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.